tributes have been pouring in for Liverpool and Portugal player Diogo Jota, who died in a car crash. He was just 29 years old. A club released a statement a while ago saying it was devastated by Jota's tragic passing. It says Liverpool FC will be making no further comment at this time and request the privacy of Diogo and Andre's family and friends, teammates and club staff is respected as they try to come to terms with the unimaginable loss. Diogo's brother, Andre Silva, was killed in the crash as well, the result of a tire blowout in the Spanish province of Zamora. Portugal captain Cristiano Ronaldo, who played alongside with Jota, wrote on social media, "It doesn't make sense. Just now we were together in the national team. You had just got married." Five-time Dior winner Ronaldo sent his condolences to Jota's family, his wife and children, adding, "I know you will always be with them. Rest in peace, Diego. We will miss you." Well, there have been more reactions to the deaths of the Liverpool forward and his brother Andre Silva. The Prince and Princess of Wales offered their condolences following the news. They wrote on social media, as part of the football family, I'm deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Diogo Jota and his brother. The Royals add that their thoughts are with Jota's family, friends, and all who knew him. They also are as well as with Liverpool FC and Wolves, both clubs in England that Jota played for. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner was joined by Mayor Steve Rotheram in Liverpool today, where both politicians laid flowers and paid tributes to Liverpool forward Diogo Jota. Speaking to reporters, Rayner said the news of the fatal car crash is really shocking, particularly because Jota got married 10 days ago and his three young children. He has three young children. The Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, also says his thoughts are with Jota's family and friends in particular. Even Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy offered her tribute in the House of Commons.
As we came into the chamber today, there was the tragic news of the passing of Diogo Jota, the Liverpool footballer, at the age of 28. So can I put on record our condolences to the friends and families and Liverpool fans across the world of that passing?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And can I just take this moment to echo the comments that were made by the honourable gentleman a moment ago about Diogo Jota. We just received the heartbreaking news a moment ago before we came into the chamber that he tragically lost his life at just 28 years of age. I think the whole House, and my honourable friend in particular, is heartbroken by this news, and I wanted to send our sympathies to his friends and family on behalf of the whole House.
Can I first associate my party with the words said about Diogo Jota, tragic loss to the world of football?
As we have reported earlier, a Liverpool forward and Portugal player Diogo Jota has died. He was aged 29. His brother Andre Silva also died in the car crash with him in Spain. There have been tributes pouring in for the two men, especially for Diogo, who was very famous in England and also around the world as well. In Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is a Portuguese player, paid his tributes to him, saying that this definitely was devastating news. He says it doesn't make sense. Now we're together in the national team. He just got married. Jota got married about 2 weeks ago to his long-term partner, Jota, with whom they had 3 children. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, Ronaldo, sent his condolences to the family. Sir Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, has also conveyed his condolences to his family and friends. A lot of politicians in the UK are also reading out their tributes to Jota and his family, who at this time are devastated by the news, including other fans as well around the world, including here in Nigeria. Let's bring in our sports correspondent here in Channels Television, Cecilia Moragwe, to discuss this. Cecilia, great to see you. And I am sure that the world of football is devastated by this news.
Yeah, I think this morning when the news broke, right from Spain, when police actually confirmed the report, at first when I saw it, I didn't believe it because I was just reading about him, when the former, the owner of the club he played for earlier, Wolfante, was talking about one of the players they regretted selling, their opposition club happens to be Diogo Jota because of the impact he made in the club. And he went to Liverpool scoring goals, of course, we know, helping them to win laurels. They won the Champions League was with them. And also, they just won the league title again after they won the COVID, the COVID Premier League title. So I was reading about that. Then I saw, breaking news about him. So I was trying to connect, is it the same Diogo Jota I was reading about, or Diego, E and O. So I was trying to, reconcile, the person I was just reading about,
Right.
going to Liverpool, his injury worries all the time. He had injuries when he didn't play and everything. And then it was confirmed by when the Portuguese Federation released a statement that, confirming his death, and then the details of the crash, coming in, and the fact that, it was just himself and the brother, driving, an entire burst, and then the whole thing happened. I think the whole world is actually mourning him. We've seen reactions, just mentioned, coming from global stars, from the politicians to the footballers, entertainers, and all of them. Because of the impact it's actually had, on football. It's not easy for you to transition from just playing in Portugal. From there, he went to Wolves. Before, he went to Liverpool. So just that time, he has spent in football, and the laurels he's won. I mean, just UEFA Nations League, he just helped Portugal to win it. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, I understand why he's saying this is something that he's trying to come to terms with it, because Diogo Jota, growing up, his idol is actually Cristiano Ronaldo. He always wanted to play alongside him. And I'm happy he actually achieved that dream, winning, a trophy with Cristiano Ronaldo. Also, his dream of getting married to his sweetheart, because 24 hours, less than 24 hours before the crash, he posted something on his Twitter handle. I think he's still there. When he posted the picture of himself and the wife and also the 3 kids. That's the happiest day of his life. That's less than 24 hours, and then, the incident this morning. So it's really like a very sad one indeed for everyone.
It also brings us down to earth to realize how fleeting life is, those precious moments that you have, how fleeting they are. And I understand, that he had received, some caution about flying. I think he was on his way somewhere, right? I think probably back to Liverpool, but he chose not to fly, chose to drive instead.
Yeah, it was a summer break, so sometimes you just want to enjoy the wind. Because sometimes we do it, you just want to enjoy the environment, everywhere, because all the time you're flying, while you're playing for your club. You can't tell your club you want to drive when you know that you have to fly to where you're going to. Obviously, himself and his brother just wanted to enjoy that moment of being together, because they don't usually have time, to always be together. This is the summer break. He finished from the league, from the season with Liverpool, and then he went on to play the UEFA Nations League final. So there was actually no time. And after that, he got married, and then he just wanted maybe this little time, I just maybe enjoyed the moment, and then it happened. The details of it is that, there's no report of overspeeding yet, but just driving the tire, incident with the tire burst, and then veer off the road. And if you see, when you see the scene of the accident, so...
What kind of car was he driving? It kind of sounds like it was a sports car.
Yeah, Lamborghini.
Right. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Those cars move really
fast. Yeah.
They move really fast. So if the tire blew out, then it would have been difficult for him to control the car, bring it to a considerable
that's why
stop.
you had that. If you see the pictures, the visual, you see that the skid off the road to the curve, and then...
so sad. And then he and his brother, you mentioned that they had enough time to spend together. Now they have eternity to spend together.
Yeah, that's a sad one. I mean...
right. So...
think of it that way.
But does this call for safety for athletes and perhaps footballers, maybe to be a bit more cautious about their lives outside of the field of play? Treat their lives with a little more caution?
I think so, because we really can't say for now how that happened. Sometimes, when people say, when some things happen, people say, oh, it's the will of God or something. You really don't know how to, how do I put it? How to put this together? Because how do you explain it? Because we don't have details of what led to the accident, if it was actually, over speeding.
And we may never know for a while.
Yeah, he didn't have a control exactly over it or anything. But I feel that it's just, I don't know, you just have to hope and pray that things like this don't happen. Yes, players need to understand that, yes, safety, don't overspeed and anything, but things can just happen, really. We don't have control over some things, but the ones we have control over is what we can really say, oh, when you have control over something, you try to avoid it. But you driving on the road, not knowing what's going to happen next, not knowing that you're going to have tire issues or anything, it's something that you really can't control. But that doesn't, take away the fact that what you mentioned concerning players just need to be cautious, whenever they are on the road.
I know it may be a bit too early to ask this, but how does his country, his club, how do they hope to, honor him, immortalize him, I guess?
I think they're going to bring that up later. But what the Portuguese Football Federation said earlier was that they've written to UEFA already that the Women's Euro Championship that Portugal will be playing on Thursday, they'll have to honor him during the match. So they're starting up with that. I think after that, then we'll know more of what they're going to do, what they will do. Obviously, we know they're going to do a whole lot. And then some people from Liverpool, we are hearing feelers that they may just retire his jersey. That will also be another way to actually, honor him. And then I love the fact that, rival clubs, Manchester United, they were actually the first, to start the tribute and everything. We know the rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool. For you to have a Manchester United fan, actually, there's their flyers putting in, Diogo Jota, just, paying tribute to him. It's something, Wolves, of course, his former club, Chelsea, Arsenal. We've seen all the clubs across England and even the ones across the world actually, paying tribute to him. So it's kind of, his death kind of unifying the clubs across England and across the world.
Yeah, Diogo Jota's death, a huge shock, a devastation, I guess, to not just the world of football, but to everyone around. Thank you, Cecilia. We know that you have details, of course, emerging at 6 o'clock and at 9 o'clock when Sports Tonight comes up. We encourage everyone to watch.